Hey y'all, it's Gypsy. Well, I'm going to do a quick reveal of the brand new Ceccoli Tarot. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. I have been waiting and waiting and waiting for this deck to come in. I've had it on pre-order for a long time. In fact, I got the tarot bag like months ago, and I had put my Tarot Sweet Twilight in here, so it got kicked out. It's put back in its box for now. I got to get a new bag for it, but I got this months ago to go with my deck because I like things that match. And so I've had that, and it's just been reminding me how much I can't wait for it to get here. Here's the box that it came in. These characters are both creepy and gorgeous at the same time. And so, anyway, I love this kind of childish type artwork. First impression, the artwork is absolutely gorgeous. As far as practicality of using the deck for readings, probably not going to get around to that for just a little while yet. You know, of course, I've got a lot of decks that I want to work with, so I don't know that I'm going to work with this one right now. Maybe daily draws. I may squeeze some daily draws in there. But as you'll see in a minute, I'm going to show some examples of some of the cards that I really like. I don't do the whole entire deck, but I am going to show you some of the cards that popped out to me and to Bella Luna. She went through it with me, and I think I may have to buy a couple more copies of this deck because I'm pretty sure that I know Bella Luna wants a copy, and I'm pretty sure that Goo's going to want a copy. I haven't shown it to Rue yet, so I gotta get Rue's opinion because I may buy 3. I may have to get one for everybody for Christmas. But anyway, showed you the box. The guidebook is next. This is the guidebook. Now, this deck was done by Lo Scarabeo, I believe. Yes, it is a Lo Scarabeo publication. So you know what that means for those of you who know about the Lo Scarabeo deck books. A whole lot of book. Not a lot of information because it is in 4 languages. So consequently, and there's discs, not pentacles. Just a side note. Thought that was kind of cool. Right then, this is how much you get for the 78 cards. They're very short little explanations, if you can see that there. It does have a reading in here, or a type of reading called the Bittersweet. And it's just a 2-card draw. And I thought that was kind of neat. It has to do, and you'll see in the deck, it has a lot to do with candy and toys and kind of like a child's dreamland / Nightmare Central. So let me go ahead and get started on the cards. True to Lo Scarabeo fashion, they are the typical size and cardstock thickness. They are glossy, but not too glossy. They're not as slippery as my Archeon Tarot, so that's nice. This is the backing. Now, I have had a couple people on my Facebook page mention something about how the backing, they've seen different backings that actually have this girl kind of in it. This is the Moon card, and it's got her face here and here. I have not personally, like the people that have been commenting on my Facebook page, they've seen it, but they haven't actually gotten it. So I'm wondering if any of you out there got this deck recently and it has the girls' heads intertwined in the back of this. Where did you buy it from? And where are you? Like regionally, like country-wise. I'm just curious because I haven't seen that backing, and I think it's really pretty. I think it's really cool looking, and I'm just curious, you know, because I know, like, you know, with the Jasmine Beckett Griffith / Ludi Cavendish decks, you know, they have one version for Australia and one version for the US, and I'm wondering if that's the case with this one. Because of her name, I'm assuming that this originated in Italy. The collection is edited by Pietro Eligio, and diffusion and marketing is by Mario Pignatiello. I'm not sure how to, they're Italian names, and I'm a Texan girl, and so sorry, Italian people, for butchering your names. You're welcome to hack mine into pieces. So I'm pretty sure that sounds very Italian to me, so I'm thinking this is an Italian deck. So maybe you can only get them fancy backs in Italy. I don't know. But anyway, so going on to the cards. So these are some of my favorites. I'll show you the majors first. I kind of pulled them out in order, and I'm going to put them back in order because I'm not ready to use this deck, so I don't want it to be muffed up. So the first card I really liked was the Hermit. Now, some of the cards are very light and pastel, and I did pick a couple of them, but my very favorites are these darker cards that have kind of the red, black, and white theme, because, you know, I love me some red. So, anyway, this is the Hermit card. I really like it. This one's almost kind of circus-y, whereas you'll see some of the other ones are kind of like carnival-y, you know, Mystic Playroom-y. This is the Hanged Man, and right now I am like totally all up on American Horror Story Freak Show, and this reminds me of Bet and Dot. That's why I like the card. It's that deep. That's how deep I went. And then, of course, the Moon card that's on the box. I love this Moon card. This girl looks really creepy, but gorgeous. Just beautiful little girl. So I really like that. And, of course, you've got these dead bird heads floating in the water. So that's so pretty. Anyway, Judgment. I like the Judgment card. This kind of has a Wonderland thing going on, because you see down here it's got the little white rabbit holding the key to let her out. And here she's blossoming from this pretty little rose. The New Beginning. I really like this. I think it's a very pretty and different way to represent the Judgment card. You know, normally we see dead bodies. I think it's kind of ironic that she does kind of go dark in this deck in a couple of cards, but with the Judgment card she chose not to. She went very light and very sweet, whereas normally that card is kind of creepy because it's got the corpses rising up out of the coffins. She could have gone crazy with that, but no, she stuck the dead bird heads in the Moon card instead. This is the Five of Cups. Yeah, Five of Cups, and I just think it's a cool picture. You know, the way that the elements of the figures are transposed like that. Yeah, I think it's really cool. I really like it a lot. I think they could have worked as the Lover's card, actually, if you really wanted to, but whatever. This one I just like because it reminds me of Goo, because she's a huge fan of Alice in Wonderland, and that is just all about Alice in Wonderland. That is the Seven of Cups. Obviously, she's got lots of choices there, and, you know, they're all full of different white rabbits. So I think that one's a pretty one. That one's really not very disturbing. It's kind of weird and surreal, but it's not, you know. Same with this one, and again, I like the color scheme because it's the gray and the red. But here is the Eight of Cups. I'm crazy about the cup cards, I guess. I don't know. She stuck all my favorites in the cup suit. But anyway, I love this one. It's got the little cage birds. So I thought that one was cool. And then we have the, oh shoot, I'm not good on these. I think this is the page? This is the page, yeah, it is. I can look at it and tell. It says the Page of Cups. I like the color contrast on this, and she does this a lot. This isn't the only one, but I didn't want to show you 5 versions of the same type of card. But there's several cards in this deck that use the girl with the you know, the Moon girl. This one, she shows up in a lot of cards. In fact, you could argue that this Alice card, you know, also kind of looks very similar to her. But you'll also see a lot of these that have kind of the bluish color scheme with the red fish, you know, this dark coral kind of colored fish. So that's the case in this one. This one's just my favorite of those type of cards. I like all of them. There's not a card in this deck that I don't like, so let me just go ahead and say that now. There's not going to be a positive and negative list here. There aren't any cards that I don't like. Once I start using it, sorry, I just got updates. Once I start using it, you know, that may change. I may have some cards that don't make sense to me or things like that, but as I said, I haven't really worked with this deck yet, so I'm not giving you my opinion of the deck as far as readings go. I'm just giving you a very shallow aesthetic review of the deck, but I do love those cards. And again, here's another Alice-y card. This one's also very Wonderland. You've got the caterpillar on the mushroom. I mean, how much more Alice can you get? But then you have the candy there at the bottom, giving it that candy Wonderland. Candyland. Candy Wonderland. This one is just trippy as hell, and so I love it because it's kind of weird. It's like super weird. This one's got this chick on these katydid legs or something, and then she's got the little larva fly, you know, doing tricks or whatever. I just, card just freaks me out. It's the Eight of Discs. And normally, you know, that's funny because normally I really like the Eight of Discs, and I love it in this deck too. I think, is it the Paulina Tarot? I love the Paulina Tarot's Eight of Discs. And this one I like a lot too. This is very cool. This one's just beautiful. It's not really my style. It's a little more foo-foo than what I normally, pardon me, than what I normally like, but I cannot deny the quality of the artwork here. And again, there are several that have this type of theme. You have the ice cream, you know, with like the candy cane vines in the background, but I think the little girl is just so beautiful. I love it. Bella Luna liked this one a lot too, which I found interesting because normally she likes darker stuff. This one I like because it's just kind of kooky. She's got all these, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, but there's a character in that movie. It's a Clint Eastwood, I think he made the movie. It's got John Cusack and Kevin Spacey in it, and the Lady Chablis from New Orleans. And anyway, or I'm not New Orleans, I'm sorry, Savannah. It's set in Savannah, Georgia. Anyway, this reminds me of the crazy bee guy that hangs out in the local diner. That's the cuckoo bird that lives there. Well, Savannah, there's a lot of cuckoo birds, but the one that has the bees on the strings. Anyway, this reminded me of that. I love that movie. I know, right? My nails are like totally chewed off right now. Sorry about that, guys. Super sexy. And then this one was just really neat looking. Again, it's very surreal, and it's just kind of like, this is the Four of Swords. And I just, you know, that eye trips me out, man. Fish eye. Yeah. Anyway, I thought that one was pretty cool. And then finally, this is my favorite card in the deck. And it was funny because when Bella Luna and I were going through this, we both, like when we came to this card, we're like, oh, because it was like our favorite. And we both did that at the same time, and then we laughed at each other because we're both goobers. But this one is just so super awesome. This is the Page of Wands. Of course, it's a wand. It's my favorite. But anyway, this is the Page of Wands, and I love it. So those are the cards that I wanted to show you guys. You kind of get a gist of it. You know, it goes dark, and then it goes light, but not super light, because she just kind of has a dark little twist on everything. You know, even ones like the, you know, like the the Seven of Cups, you know, where she's sitting there with all the rabbit holes. It's like, there's nothing really, there's no one element that's really creepy about it, but as a whole picture, there's just something going, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Anyway, I am looking forward to kind of playing around with this deck a little bit. You know, but like I said, I've got so many right now, and I'm trying to kind of get some focus in my tarot life, and so I don't want to get too distracted by the pretty pictures in this deck. But you know, yeah, maybe I'll do like some one-card draws. Maybe I'll throw, you know how random I am about daily draws on my Facebook page. I don't even try to commit to doing that every day. But you know, maybe I'll throw these in the mix. Maybe I'll do a Saturday draw. Today's Friday. It's almost the end of the day now. Well, it's halfway through the day, and I'm not going to do it today. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. And again, for those of you that have this deck, that have gotten it, talk to me about the back of your cards. Does anybody have the card that has the moon girl in the garland that's on the back? I want to know. That's all I have. You guys have a great weekend, and blessed be.